Hi, Brody here. What we're going to do today is make a belt buckle, and I'm going to make an Armani one. Not a genuine one, of course, but hopefully it'll look okay. So first you need to download a picture of a belt buckle from the internet. And what you want to do, you want to be working on this flat plane. And I'll just OK that. So let's zoom in, take a look at it. Nice little shape on that one. So we need to size that. So before we actually go through the sizing, I'm going to create a sketch. We're going to click on that plane, of course. And we're going to create a ellipse, or an ellipse I should say. Click on the middle, click down, drag out. And I want it to be, I'm just going to hit tab to get onto the measurement, 85. Oops. Then I'll give it a click. And then we can open it up. We don't want a circle, we want an ellipse, something like that. And there we go. You can finish that sketch. Now if this is 85 across, we want a 5mm edge going around the outside. That'll make it 75mm and at least 5mm to spare. So you're looking at about 65. So we go to canvases, right click it and calibrate. I'm just going to zoom in a bit so I can see it better. So I want from there, click, to there, click, 65, and then hit enter. If we zoom out, we can have a little look. Might be all right. So now we right click up on that, and we've got to edit canvas, and we can move, just click down, drag, get it approximately in the middle, click down, drag. Go on, up one more. Oh. Right, we'll try 22. Just typing it in on the right hand side. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not quite centralized. So I'm going to go over again, edit canvas. Just going to drag it over just a little bit. That's too much, so I'm going to change that to 2. That looks about right. We can always adjust it later. Right, so before we do anything with this, we're just going to hide it. We're going to do a little work on this first. So first thing, extrude. Let's change the position. Remembering I want to cast this in metal. You probably won't. So 5mm, I'm going to keep that. And what I need to do is put a slight angle on it. So I'm going to hit 15. So it's obviously a minus figure. So -5. And then OK. And you can see I've got the double line there. So what I want to do now, create a new sketch. We want to work on this plane, because if we click on that plane, that's actually 5mm further away from us. So click on that plane, create ellipse, and again position it in the middle and drag it out to where you want it. I can see that the size here, 85. So I'm just going to take it in a little bit. I don't want it too much. That'll do. No, that'll do 78, nearly 79. Give it a click, and then you can adjust the up and downy bits. I'm going to have mine about like that. I quite like that. Finish sketch. Change the view. Now what we want to do is scoop it out. So extrude. And we want to go minus. So I want to go -2. And I want a slightly shallow cut here. So I think it's a minus figure. Yep, so I'm just going to go -5. You don't need to do that. And there we go, we've got a nice shape there now. Let's just click on the top and that'll centralize itself. And if we go over to our canvases where I hid it there, give it a click and we can see again now. And you can see it is actually too big. Right click, calibrate. Now it is 64 at the moment, so let's try 55. Then enter. Might be okay. Right click again and not calibrate. Get the right one. Want to edit canvas. And typically you're going to have to zoom out. Let's just slide it over a bit. About there. Down a little. And over just a little bit more. That looks about right. I'm going to say that's okay. Zoom in. Oh, we better do a save actually, because you won't be able to export it if you don't save it. I've already done this. So what we need to do now is trace all these shapes out. Let's zoom right in. Click sketch, and we want to work on this layer. And of course it always changes its bloody self. Hit escape to get out of pan. So lines for straight lines. Click. Click. And now we've got a curvy bit. So we go up to fit point spline, and you're going to make sure you get that little square going around it. And then click on that one. That one's done. Hit enter. And then we can reposition for the next one. And that's exactly the same. And basically you just go around all of them using the straight edge and the curvy one, and then hit enter, and then you can simply move along to the next one. For this longer one you have to zoom out. You want to see all of it. Try and get this line here as nice as you can. It's actually showing us in dots there, so that was pretty good of it. And then back again for your curly lines. Don't worry if you make a mistake doing these curly line bits, because you can always adjust them afterwards. And make sure you don't try and start on one of the green ones. Make sure you start on the white one there, and you get the little blue square going across. if you don't get that square, then you've probably done something very wrong. And it's worth hitting undo a few times. You see how awful that one looks? Let's just zoom in here a bit. Whoops, don't want to mess with that one. Come on, unclick. That's a bit better. Right, and then just carry on like that. And when you've finally done all of these, just hit finish sketch. You can put in the GA and the EA if you want. Chuck in whatever you like. So now I'm looking at that. That doesn't look very good. So I'm just going to zoom in and it shows us the dots. I'm just going to make that a little more rounded. Oh, that looks awful. That looks a bit better. Check them all. That's bad. Gonna right click that one, hit delete. Then I'm just going to bring that one over. See the square? And release it there. That's better. It's very easy to get that if you click and drag slightly. That one could have done with another dot in it, I think. Bring that out there. Possibly better. Well, I'm going to stay with that. It looks centralized, so let's hide this sketch again. Not the sketch, the canvas. Make it a little clearer. Extrude. I've got to click that one, etc., etc., etc. So we've got all of those. And I want 2 mil. Just going to change that view. Make sure that that's going okay. That's, no, it went straight back to 2 mil. I'm going to try and put a bit of shape on that. So I'm going to go 5 degrees. No, -5 definitely. Seems to have worked. Let's have a better look. And then when you're happy with that, click OK. And we've gone 2 millimeters to get it level with the outside of this, which will make it a lot easier to clean up. That looks pretty good so far.